resurrection is coming, so get ready. I told you, if you're not winning, you're not watching. It's true. Your boy brings you winners, and we bring them to you first. And get ready, because the cannabis stocks, they can explode. That's right. They're going to explode.
Diversification is a protection against ignorance. I mean, if you want to make sure that nothing bad happens to you relative to the market, you own everything. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a perfectly sound approach for somebody who does not feel they know how to analyze businesses. If you know how to analyze businesses and value business, it's crazy going for 40 stocks or 30 stocks. Rich TV. Watch Rich TV. Rich TV. Rich TV. Watch Rich TV. Rich like me.
Invest in companies and businesses that you can see still being successful 20 years from now. That's the Warren Buffett model. Invest in the best is blessed, and invest in companies that are going to be. We've identified the #1 pick. And if you've been buying Trulieve for the last 5 months and riding the wave, you're up between 75 to 80%. Congratulations to everyone.
Unbelievable. Have you guys seen the report on Trulieve? My goodness. My goodness. Could you be any more negative?
Hey guys.
Could you be any more negative about Trulieve than the Grizzly research report? My goodness. And I've never been to the Grizzly research website. So I went there and I subscribed to their newsletter, and it says here that Grizzly Research LLC is focused on producing differentiated research insights on publicly traded companies through in-depth due diligence. Wow. And they reported a 26-page report on why Trulieve Cannabis Corp is a fraud. That's right. And I read through their report, and I read through the whole 26 pages. And essentially what they're trying to say is they're tying in the fact that Trulieve CEO Kim Rivers' husband has been subpoenaed. His name is JT Burnett. And he's in the center of an FBI probe. And he's the right-hand man of a disgraced politician, Scott Maddox. And apparently saying that this is a company that is growing poor cannabis. So they attack their ability to grow, saying that they're not growing in contained climates. They're growing outdoors. So because of that, they don't believe that the quality of the cannabis will be good. They actually break it down based on the weather and the heat in Florida. So it's very interesting. They actually got into it really, really deep. They talked about how they believe that Trulieve is not as profitable as they say they are, that there's a lot of insider dealings, that a lot of the funding has been coming from third parties who previously never had any business dealings other than the funding transactions that are taking place. So they really got in deep into all of their subsidiaries, all of their facilities, all of the people involved, even going as deep as talking about Kim Rivers' husband, who has been subpoenaed and is involved in a lot of crime and issues as we speak, and how that could potentially come back to affect Trulieve Cannabis and how it could come back to hurt Kim Rivers, essentially. So this article is like a straight up attack. Straight up attack. There's no doubt about it. They talk about assets that they purchased and how some of those assets that they have purchased may have been purchased for more or less than they should have based on what the company was trying to do at that given time. Relationships with third-party lenders, which may also be involved with organized crime. Government funding and loans, which could also be working through organized crime, and that's why they've received some of the government funding and some of the loans that they have. Wow, like it's a full in-depth attack. It's like a full-blown attack on Trulieve Cannabis. Like these guys are trying to short it hard, right? They even talk about their background on FBI investigations. Like these guys went in deep. Unbelievable. And it just like, I'm sitting here wondering, I'm like, is it because they're my number one pick? Is this why they're going after them right now? Like they broke down everything. They're breaking down like checks, pictures of checks in this report. Like these guys are going in deep. They have overhead photos of their facilities, talking about how they're producing mostly in hoop houses and how that is going to hurt the quality of the grow. Oh my goodness. Like these guys went in deep. Grizzly Research. And then Seeking Alpha takes that news, they run with it, and then they report fraud allegations against Trulieve. A double attack. So it's a double attack now. So Grizzly Research reports on it. Now Seeking Alpha is reporting on it. Wow. See how quickly word gets out? See how quickly word gets out? It's crazy, man. It's nuts. It's nutso. It's just nutso. It's just so crazy, man. We are in the most crazy sector in the world, man. I promise you that. We are in the most crazy sector in the world. It doesn't matter who the company is. They all under attack. And they're under attack by shorts. And what does the short get out of putting out these articles? They get to short the stock and make money. And they'll go to all lengths, including dragging out people's entire pasts, talking about their husbands and FBI. Like, whoa, wow. Like the level of just that people go is wow. Like, wow. That's all I got to say is wow. Wow. That's the level they will go to make money. They'll destroy other people. They'll talk down to other people. They'll just make them look like the biggest animal on planet Earth in order to make money. They will just dog you. They'll dog you and dog you. And Trulieve is down 9.5%. They were down way more. They're starting to come back up. It's kind of funny how that works. So, yeah, you got your short. You made a lot of accusations. My goodness, the Grizzly Research, eh? Grizzly Research, trying to put their name on the map, I guess. Wow. Let's say hello to the community and everybody that's here. Smoking 559 says, boy, they sure are lawsuit happy in this industry. Well, when you're getting your ass handed to you in the broader markets, you got to go after the cannabis sector because this is just a baby. So they're going after the baby. Josh David says, it's all good, baby. Onward. Yeah, let's go, man. Onward and upward. Josh David says, might end green. Could you imagine that? They ended green. I don't think they will, but it's a pretty negative article if you've read it. It's very negative. Extremely negative. Jason Garza says, another speed bump. Ross Fleming says, buying opportunity rich. Let's wait and see where this thing goes. Yeah, I mean, $10 would be the time that I think would be a great entry point. Infinite Possibility says, this sector is not looking good. I honestly don't think it affects the sector. I think it affects Trulieve. That's for sure. But can they prove everything that they're saying? They're saying a lot. They're making a lot of claims. So I'm sure they can prove some of the stuff that they're talking about, but they're making a lot of claims talking about how they're growing low quality weed. I mean, those are some pretty big claims for the company that is right now number one. So, I mean, I haven't tried Trulieve's products, but if you guys have tried Trulieve's products, I'd love to know, do they have poor quality weed? That's a pretty big claim. Some big claims. Hab Slayer says, I'm starting to think there's an active conspiracy to F up the cannabis industry's rise. You think? It's been like that for 8 months. We're in our 9th month now. And of course, the sector's red based on this one article. On the same day of cannabis legalization 2.0, this is what is all over the news. Isn't that funny how it works? Smoking559 says, hit that like button. I agree. We got 17 likes. We got 50 people here. I don't like those ratios. Like 33%. We could do better than that. Let's show the world that's watching. Look at that. We just went to 21 just like that. Let's just show the world that's watching how powerful we are as a community and how when there's news, we can talk about it first and we can have an opinion on it. You guys can have an opinion on it. You guys are part of this show. This community, this show is changing the world. We're bringing you winners first in real time before anyone else on the planet. We're bringing you news first and real time before anyone else on the planet. And we're talking about it. It's true. It's true. So I correctly predicted a market melt up and no recession in 2019. I've been 100% correct. I'm telling you that there will be a market melt up in 2020. I am telling everybody right now that the cannabis sector is under attack. Do not put all your money in the cannabis sector. Protect your money. Invest in the broader markets. Be diversified. The markets are going to continue to explode in 2020. Invest in great companies that have huge growth potential, and you can make 2020 the best year of your life. But do not put all your money in the cannabis sector because, as you can see, the cannabis sector is always under attack. And if there's always going to be an attack on the sector, that means that your money will be under attack. We need to learn from this. 2019 has been a really good learning year because I specifically have come to realize how shorters will attack this sector because they can't do anything about Apple. They can't do anything about Facebook. They can't do anything about Visa, MasterCard, American Express. If they try to short them, they will be obliterated. They'll get their faces ripped off. So they're coming after the cannabis sector because we do not have the institutional investors in. We do not have the big hedge funds and players in yet. Keyword is yet. When they do get in, and they're probably getting in right now because we're at the lowest since 2017. Hint, hint, bye, bye, bye. When they do get in, they're going to get in and they're going to win big. And a lot of the people that got in early that are getting hurt right now have to have a new plan of attack. I would not be taking your money and in consistently investing in the cannabis sector when we all know it's as easy as someone to go and write a report like they did on Trulieve, like they have on Afria, like they have on Aurora, like they have on Canopy Growth, like they have on Chronos Group, like they have on Village Farms, like they have on CVSI, like they have on Kush Bottles. Have you seen the trend? There's a reason why I have talked about it in songs. There's a reason why I've jokingly talked about Andrew Left and his short tactics because they are real. I've brought this to your guys' attention for a reason. We are under attack. The entire sector is under attack. And the only way you can fight back is by running a clean operation. Run a clean operation. Do business the right way. Do not be doing backdoor deals. You will be exposed. Don't do it. Do things the right way. Do things legally. Do things properly. Look at what happened to CanTrust. There's way too much to lose. For them to attack Trulieve, my number one pick in 4 of the last 5 months in my top 10 videos. A company that has been showing more revenue growth and profitability when the entire sector is chasing Trulieve for profitability. for them to come out and say that they don't believe Trulieve is as profitable as they are saying. It's a big attack. It's a very big attack. And it's a direct attack on Trulieve. And I think it's really ugly and really dirty and hitting below the belt when you go out there and you talk about Kim Rivers and you start talking about her husband and how he's involved in organized crime and how the FBI is subpoenaing him. You're just hitting below the belt now. That's just dirty. That's just grimy. That's some grimy stuff. Dirty dog, dirty, grimy stuff, man. The tactics that people used to make money is mind-boggling, actually. It's mind-boggling. Silence and Beat says, you are a real investor, man. Reading through a whole 24-page report, that is dedication. Hey, man, I want to know what they're saying about Trulieve. And I read the entire report, and there's a lot of attacks on Trulieve. It's a deep, detailed report. It's, wow. It's bad. It's not good. Trulieve has a lot of answering to do. And it's unfortunate because I don't think Kim Rivers should have to answer for her husband, but it is her husband. So I don't know. They're trying to say that it's all affiliated. I mean, I think we all kind of knew that was the case. Up until now, I never thought it would have a real effect. Now, clearly, they are trying to bring that in the past and how all the dealings he's had in the past. They're trying to bring it in and talk about how a lot of that is related. And it's a serious, deep attack. It's not a joke. It's a deep attack. Infinite Possibility says, what if this was all a scam to milk us for money? Anything is possible. I don't know Trulieve Cannabis. I'm not going to assume that that's the case, but this is just the tactics that the shorters use in order to get people to create fear, have the stock go down, and then probably they make money shorting it, and then once it goes down, they buy it back up. So everybody has their tactics. It's not illegal to write a negative report. I just find it really hitting below the belt. But at the same time, as an investor, I don't currently own Trulieve. It's creating a buying opportunity. And clearly it went down to $12 in Canada, and it's already come back up, and it's at 14. So, where's it going to end up? I'm not sure yet, but, right now it's at $14.20. It's up, it's down 9.5%. It was down way more. So looks to me like investors are looking at this like it's a buying opportunity. But it's a really negative article, guys. And I suggest you guys read it before you invest in it. It's now down again, 10.96%. It's at $13.97. So Trulieve is really taking it on the chin today on this report from Grizzly Research. I guess Grizzly Research wants to be famous. I guess they want to be famous. Interesting report. They want to be famous. They got pictures of cannabis talking about how growing outdoor doesn't yield the best results, issues with other facilities, pictures of facilities. Like, these guys went in deep. They didn't have to go far because these guys are in America, right? So talked about their cultivation area, their square footage, how they're not using all their space and how much it's going to cost to actually utilize all their space. Talked about how many stores they have and how they're growing in stores faster than everybody else. Talked about their sales per quarter. I mean, they really got in deep, man. And trying to essentially say that they're cooking their books. Pretty much trying to say that they're cooking their books. And how they're going to have all kinds of strong economic headwinds in the future. And how Liberty Health Sciences has a higher plant yield growth per square feet than they do. How Cura has a higher one. How TIUM has a higher one. I mean, these guys really went in deep. Talked about all their other subsidiaries. Wow. Talked about how they paid $9 million in goodwill for an acquisition with Gary and Bradley, owner and dispensary pharmacist at the Healing Center or the Healing Corner. This is their conclusion. This is the Grizzly Research conclusion. We laid out our case why we believe Trulieve cannot be trusted. We caught the company in a couple of outright lies. Trulieve lied about lenders being third parties and failed to disclose real estate transactions with insiders that led to insiders handsomely profiting. The company touts its high-quality indoor production, but we found roughly 1.4 million square feet of low-quality hoop houses. Trulieve disclosed 1.7 million square feet total. Claims of profitability rely entirely on what we believe to be inflated asset markups. CEO Kim Rivers and her husband, JT Burnett, are at the very center of a political crime ring the FBI has subpoenaed, and we have shown the multiple previously unknown connections between Trulieve and Burnett. We expect serious consequences for CEO Kim Rivers and Trulieve. They have been crooks then, and they are crooks now. They end with saying, we think Trulieve is absolutely uninvestable. Uninvestable. A new word. Never seen that word before. Trulieve is uninvestable, says Grizzly Research. Grizzly Research, did you short this stock? I'm pretty sure you shorted the stock, right? Guys, we got 84 people here. We got 31 likes. We got to up that like game, man. We have to. We got to up that like game. It's just sad right now. SNICP says, what's up, Rich? Philly in the house. Go Birds. Yo, Philly, Dallas, man. It's going to be crazy. Fighting for the NFC East. Fighting for the NFC East. Wow, look at all these messages. You guys are on it, eh? You guys are on it. Holy smokes. The possibility says 14th person to like. Calgary in the house. Yeah, you know what? Why don't you guys tell us where you're at? We got 38 likes. Thank you guys for your likes, but we got to up our likes game. Otherwise, I could just go do something else. I got a lot of things to do. You guys can always go watch another channel. I mean, there's a lot of other people talking about this, I'm sure, right? Especially after I talk about it, they're going to run to talk about it. All right, let's go. Weedman says, is that truth or they just want to put the price of the shares down? I'm sure there's some truth to it. I think there's probably a lot of truth to it. But they definitely want to put the shares down. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that. Silence and Beat says, reminds me of Afria, shorts last year and then buy. Exactly. Yep. That's exactly what it is. Infinite Possibility says, I don't like being scammed. Well, you got to be careful. We're in the cannabis sector, and there's a lot of major issues in this sector. We need to be careful. This is a good lesson for all of us that this is a new sector, newly legalized, newly regulated. It's going to take time. It's going to take time to mature. It's going to take time to develop. And there's a war. The shorts need to make money. They can't make money shorting the broader markets. They're going to get their asses handed to them. They probably already have. So they're all moving into cannabis. They're all moving into cannabis because this is easy for them. It's easy for them to go out there, find the dirt on cannabis companies because it's a new industry, new sector, and, uncover all the dirt in this new sector. Companies that are just getting started from illegal to legal, and there's a lot of dirt. So it's easy target. Gary G says, read what Wolf of Wall Street had to say about it on Twitter. What did he say? Tell us. I appreciate his opinion. I follow him on Twitter all the time. Weedman asks, do you believe they did fraud? I'm not here to judge anybody as a fraud. That's not my place. I'm not a court. So I'm not here to believe whether or not they did fraud, but I hope they didn't. And I hope that they're able to address these attacks, because that's what it is. These are attacks. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. If you look deep enough, you'll be able to find skeletons in everybody's closet. You know, I don't know whose website is Grizzly Research, but they went in deep. They try to make themselves famous or infamous. Is that Andrew Left's website? I wouldn't be surprised. It sounds like Andrew Left, the way they did their research. There's a few guys out there like these guys. Infinite Possibility says, check this out too. Should you take comfort from insider transactions at Caliterra Therapeutics? We've lost count of how many times insiders have accumulated shares. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with insiders accumulating shares. AJ says, Grizzly Bears. Yeah, exactly. You're not happy? Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are happy. SNICP says, Litigation Nation. That's what it sounds like and feels like, right? Infinite Possibility says, this world is run by criminals. Yeah, I'm not here to, make a comment on that. There's a lot of different types of people out there. I got no hate for nobody. I love everybody. Cakeism Trader G Money Inc. says, posted a link of Trulieve response on your Facebook. You know what? I'm not on there right now. Type in what they said. I want to know. I want to know the response right now. Duber Dave says, can't find video of sketchy grow rooms. Infinite Possibility says, I just want my millions and then I'm out forever. Trevor Ritchie says, why is ACB down hard? Well, ACB had an article come out saying that they're going to zero. That's why they're down. This is the type of news and this is the type of war zone we're in now in the cannabis sector. Everybody's taking shots at the cannabis sector. They can't take shots at Apple. They can't take shots at Facebook. They can't take shots at Visa. They can't take shots at MasterCard. They can't take shots at American Express. So they're taking shots at the cannabis sector. That's what's happening. We got 90 people here, 44 likes. Thank you guys for your 44 likes. But we got to get 90 likes. We got to get 100 likes. We got 90 people here. We need 100 likes. Let's go. Smash that like button. Let's go. We're live and we're interactive. Yvonne Diesel says, thanks, Rich, for the info. You are the best. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Axe asks, what's a melt-up? A melt-up is when the market is growing so fast that the public starts running in and everybody starts buying. Your teachers, your doctors, your electricians, your accountant, the cab driver, everybody's talking stocks. Everybody's like, you see Apple, it's going up. Yeah, I'm buying it too. Yeah, I'm buying it too. You see Tesla, it's going up. I'm going to buy it too. I'm going to buy it too. You see Facebook, it's going up. I'm going to buy it too. I'm going to buy it too. Everybody's buying it. It creates mass hysteria. All the institutions buy. All the hedge funds buy. Everybody buys. Stock market shoots up like you've never seen. It's called a market melt-up. It's only happened twice in the history of the stock market over the last 100 years. And it's going to happen. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. And I've been telling you guys about this, telling you my sources are Wall Street experts, and they are calling this a market melt-up of 2019. We can't miss this. We can't just sit here and stare at cannabis stocks. Yes, we're going to invest in cannabis, but we need to invest in everything because every sector in the world in 2019 was up except for cannabis and 5G. Everything was up. And cannabis and 5G is being held down because the big boys want to get in and they want to get in cheap. That's how it works. So they're going to get in cheap and then it's going to explode. It's not going to explode when you and I want it to explode because who are we? I don't have that kind of pull. Not yet. We just small fries. That's why the shorters, they come after us. Why do you think they're going after Trulieve, guys? because it's my number one pick. That's why they're going after Trulieve. It doesn't matter who I talk about. Whoever I talk about, they're going to go after. That's why I'm just going to talk about everybody. They can go after Apple. They can go after Visa. They can go after American Express. We're going to talk about everybody in every major market. That's the way it's going to be. They want to attack cannabis stocks? Go right ahead. We'll wait. And when they get really, really cheap, that's when we'll buy. We'll scoop them up at the bottom. And then when they explode, that's when we're going to sell. And that's the rich system. Buy low, sell high, baby. So, hey, shorts, man. Go short Trulieve. It's all good. Attack them. Open up all their skeletons in their closet. You're not a good person to do that. But at the end of the day, you got to live with yourself. You want to unravel someone's entire life and talk about all their skeletons in their closet. It's intense, man. It's very intense. Cakeism trader G Money says, I'm all in on cannabis. I would just be careful with that, bro. RD says, a bull market continuation. But what will happen is at the end of this melt up, right now we are in a market melt up, but at the end of the market melt up, we will see a crash. So we need to be extremely careful, try to stay in cash, use this movement and this momentum up to make money, but stay in cash in case the market does crash. You do not want to be crippled because the market will crash. I don't project it crashing in 2020. I'm thinking 2021, 2022, 2023. That's when we will see a market crash, a epic market crash. It will happen because when you get this, you're going to get this. Guaranteed. So get ready. And 2019, all we've seen is this. Except for the cannabis sector. Cannabis sector has been doing this. Same with 5G. And 5G is the future. And so is cannabis. So at the end of the day, I believe that we'll only get bigger. But it's a highly risky sector. Spam Wham says, yes, I did my due diligence and saw this coming. Now I can get it at a lower price. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, everybody knows this is a buying opportunity. And I don't think anybody's afraid of Trulieve. That's why the stock's still relatively high. But today's still the first day. So I'm going to be watching. I'm not going to rush to buy it. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go back to $10. I think around $10, I'd be interested in buying it. Mind you, let's see what happens and how they respond to this. I haven't seen the response yet. Reefer Al Joint says, melt up, Google it. Yo, what's up, Reefer? Infinite Possibility says, my portfolio is 40% cannabis. Spam Wham says, hopefully investors try suing and lower it more. I mean, I'm not going to ask for anyone to sue anybody, but, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Infinite Possibilities, you're 60% mining. I think mining is going to do well. Reefer Al Join says, melt up happens after Fed stimulus money is pumped into an economy. Yeah, well, it's a combination of all of that and the retail, the masses, and the institutions all buying up at the same time. And that's when you're going to see an epic crash because that's how you get your money taken. And unfortunately, that's just the way the markets are. They're set up to take your money. So it's going to go up. And then when everybody jumps in at the very top of it, at the very end, because that's what happens, sheeps follow. When everybody follows at the very end of it and starts buying everything up to the very all-time highs, it'll crash, it'll be epic, and people will lose everything. It's going to happen. Mark my words. Remember we heard it first. Your boy, Rich Stradamus. Infinite Possibility says, got mad FOMO on Zoomaway, was going to buy yesterday. Wow. Yeah, it's buying Zoomaway at 12 cents. I mean, guys, they're up 600%. I like them too, but, we found them at 2 cents and they're now at 12. Just be careful. I'm not suggesting you don't buy it. I think they're a great company. I think they have a future, but we want to see revenue, right? At the end of the day, we need to see revenue. RD says, start shorting, guys. Why easier to Way easier to affect price with fear. Give you some hope. I mean, I think there's a lot of positives, but when you get attacks like this, going after the number one profitable company in the sector, it's going to take its toll. It's not good news. Reefer Aljoin says the shorts will put out articles talking about litigation and then end walking away saying nothing happened. Yet in the meantime, they've manipulated a stock price and they made money on the way down. And then once it goes down, they'll buy it so they can make money on the way up. Silence and Beat says Oxley is my choice now. Imperial Brands just showed their continued support by topping up the investment. Yeah, I think Oxley started selling. They've already started selling edibles. They're one of the first. Their name was named in an article. I think that's a very bullish sign, and I think it's very likely that Oxley will do very well. I think you're on the right track. Good thing. Reefer Aljoin says Cron got hit 2 years ago, CVSI last year. Didn't work, but it happens. Oh, it worked. They all went down. It worked. Their goal to take it down worked, but they won't take it to zero. Silence and Beat says Oxley has edibles on shelves before anyone else. Yes. That's why I believe that Oxley is well positioned to be a first mover. You're right there. Reefer Aljoin says Medman also frivolous allegations. Shorts killed T-God. Yeah, they're killing a lot of stocks. Spam Wham says it went up because Trulieve responded. You have to respond. You know, when you get attacked like this, you have to respond. If you do not respond, then you are made to look like you have something to hide. You have to respond, and you have to respond swiftly and quickly. Otherwise, it's like this big elephant in the room, and it just manifests into something bigger. We've seen what happens with companies that don't respond, or they respond in a day or 2 days. You have to respond quickly. You have to respond swiftly in order to be able to move past these types of attacks. If you don't, it will become a nightmare. Ryan Hannon says, Rich, why do you tell us that something is your number one pick and you're not even invested in it? Well, I can give you guys picks all day long that are my number one pick. It doesn't have to be something that I invest in. I have picks that I like, that I think are good, that are going to do well. And I make picks every single month. I'm not going to be buying every single pick. And as a person who analyzes stocks every single day, there's lots of stocks that I like, but I'm not going to be buying every stock all the time. And I'm also going in and out of stocks, and I'm also going in and out of trades. I have bought Trulieve in the past. I'm not buying them right now because they've been going up. I like to buy stocks when they're down. Now, it's not to say that I won't be buying Trulieve. If it goes down based on this news, I will most likely buy Trulieve and take advantage of this. But what I'm not going to do, because I know there's a lot of shorts that are watching and they want to short my picks, I'm not going to be telling anybody what my picks are publicly anymore. Now, at the same time, I'm going to be building a membership, and I'm going to be giving picks like Zoom Away Travel that have gone up 600% in 2019 to members. And I will be investing in some of those picks, and I won't be investing in some of those picks. And there's also reasons why I don't want to invest in those picks. Because if I invest in a pick, I have to disclose every time I'm in and out of a pick. I don't necessarily want to have to do that. So there's a lot of reasons when you have a huge audience like we do that's worldwide that you don't always want to be investing in every pick that you're talking about because you have to disclose that. So that makes it more difficult as an investor for me. So I don't know if I'll be buying the picks that I talk about. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. I rather not. But at the end of the day, I am committed to bringing great picks to the community like Zoom Away Travel that has made our members up to 600% in 2019. Enthusiast Gaming, which has brought our members over 200% gains in 2019. MetaFarm Labs, which has brought our members over 300% gains in 2019. And we're going to continue to bring winners to our community. Has there been shorts all throughout history? No. But there's a lot now. Reefer Al Joint says, Trulieve rumor has been floating for years. My classmate is serving 533 years to life. Got nothing to do with me. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That's what he's trying to say, essentially, that Kim Rivers has nothing to do with her husband. But, they're obviously trying to tie them together. And I find it pretty ugly that they would go to this level. I find it pretty ugly. I feel like they're hitting below the belt. And very dirty methods to making money, drag people's entire lives into the media, the mass media. It's pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. Oh, you guys have a lot of messages. I'm just trying to catch up to your messages, but sometimes it's almost impossible. Lampaco says, I don't know anymore what to believe in these days. Switch over your focus into the broader markets, guys. Companies like Apple, Visa, American Express, MasterCard are not going anywhere. They're just going to keep going higher over time. Companies like Facebook, they're only going to get bigger. They're only going to get better because they make money. Okay? There's lots of different investments you can make. You do not have to invest in cannabis stocks. I love cannabis stocks. I'm invested. I'm going to continue to watch the sector. I'm going to continue to invest. But I also believe it's important for our entire community, including myself, to be more diversified. And that's what I'm going to be doing in 2020 and beyond for the rest of my life as an investor, is to diversify so as not to get into a situation where you have one sector that you've invested in, and if that sector goes down, you get really badly hurt. It's not a good way to invest. It's definitely an eye-opener. It's a learning experience, even for myself, someone who's been trading for years. It's definitely a learning experience, but it's something I'll be able to learn from. So in the future, when a new industry comes, I'll be able to draw on this experience and be able to handle myself differently and be able to make better decisions. So I think as an investor, you always have to keep learning. You earn as you learn, and you have to keep learning from every experience, and you will get better and more patient as an investor as you get older. And I feel like this is a good learning experience for all of us, because there's nothing we can do to change what has occurred here in 2019, which is an all-out attack on the cannabis sector. Reefer Aljoin says he volunteered extradition to the U.S. Jose Yaka, Google it. Infinite Possibility says $13 from 17. Well, you know what? Today's only day one. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go lower tomorrow. Jason Garza says, I believe the black market people may have something to do with this sort of tactics. Black market won't go away quietly. Yeah, they're not. Like I said, I've made the prediction they're going to last, 10 to 20 years. It's going to be war. It's not going to be easy. But over time, they're going to have to go legal. And I think that they know that. Smoking 559 says, no, they had somebody else short it for them. Yeah, it's very possible. Infinite Possibility says, black market will never go away. The government is involved in it. You know what? I'm not here to talk about the government and stuff like that. I'm not here to make those types of claims, but you guys are welcome to say whatever you want. Lampaco says, Namaste also going to hit zero soon if it keeps going south. Yeah, Namaste won't hit zero. Namaste has lots of money in the bank, and Namaste will grow. Namaste will be a very good player, and Namaste has a place because they've got some assets that are very appealing, like Pineapple Express and Canmart. Canmart and Pineapple Express are two great assets that are only going to grow. Reefer Al Joint says there are hundreds of cannabis stocks. Gotta know before you're tricked into chasing a stock. RD says invest in the black market. Chad Sad says, hey, Rich, I know it's out of subject. If you don't mind, can you explain to me why Aurora is down another 7% today when Aurora is posting the highest gross margins in the market? because there was an article that came out saying they're going to zero. Just another attack on the sector, another attack on Aurora. And, these companies need to learn how to fight back with force. It's the only way. You have to fight back with force. Jason Garza says, I'm off for a week. I'm heating up the hot tub. Don't worry. Forget about it. Enjoy it, brother. Smoke a fatty in the hot tub. Chad Sad says, I have about 300,000 in Aurora at 580. And I'm really worried now, man. What should I do? It's a tough situation. I would wait until the stock comes back up because it will. Infinite Possibility says, this world is effing crazy. You know it is. Chad Sad says, it doesn't make sense to me. The more money we make, the lower our stock is going. And an analyst goes and says Aurora should go be at zero and everyone sells. Fear, panic. People like you got money tied up in Aurora and someone's saying it's going to zero. People don't want to take a chance. So they pull their money out. It's the way it goes. Lampaco says, it's true, criminals run this show. Yeah, I don't know about calling anybody criminals, but at the end of the day, there's very powerful people that run everything, and we're just simply pawns in their game, just like little pawns. They move around. It's the way it goes, because we fight for money, and then we have to claim it, and the guys that are the really rich guys, the really powerful ones, they print it. They print the money that the government has to pay them for. Remember that. Just remember that. They print it. AJ says, Rich, are you in any fantasy football championships? No. Sheldon Snow says, I hate to say I told you so, but there is more stuff that could come out. Husband linked to 48 RICO cases. That will be January 20th. Yeah, so, we have to keep our eyes on what's going on here. And, you know what? We all knew that there was issues. Nobody had ever come out and said anything. This is the first time. So it's an attack on Trulieve. Let's see how they respond to this. Bert says ACB is being beat up because AUSA don't want Canada to have a dominance on cannabis and related. The USA doesn't want Canada to have a dominance on cannabis and related. That's a possibility. I have no idea what's really going on at the higher level of politics. 59 likes, guys. Thank you guys for the likes. We got 87 people here. Can we get our likes game up? I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Reefer Aljoin says Washington did that sneak vote earlier today, so the shorts are figuring out if cannabis won't be legal in America. We have to make our money another way. Pass rumors. Yeah, they're going to do whatever they can. FOMO stands for fear of missing out. Possibility says, is this like a Brex? Reefer Aljoin says, Kronos was accused of fraud. It was BS. Bruce is tuning in from Northern Alberta. How you doing in Northern Alberta, Bruce? Dawn says, it is an effing great world. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Dawn, to you and your loved ones. And to all of you guys that are watching, Merry Christmas. RD says, and what happens after a melt up? Look it up. Just remember to take profits, guys. Yeah, after a melt up, it will crash. I'm doing great, Don. How are you doing, brother? Dan the man says, if we bought high, we are screwed now. We can risk more losses. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest anybody risks more losses. It's not worth it, especially when the broader markets are exploding. Buy Visa, guys. I've been talking to you guys about a Visa since it was like at 170. It's now at 186. I've been talking about Apple since it was at 240. It was at 281 today. Facebook, I've been talking about it since 2017 when it was $100. It's now around 196. The broader markets are on fire. You don't have to invest in cannabis. You can make money in many different ways. Really look at diversification to protect your portfolio. Reefer Aljoin says, wasn't the Hexo grow room story a rumor also? That was an area slated for destruction, cleared with Canada Health, I believe, but it was a rumor. I mean, there's been a lot of negative stuff talked about with Hexo. Infinite Possibility says, can I put out a press release that says cannabis is the best plant ever? Yeah, you can. Anybody can put out a press release. Irishman says, IGEX, RM, and Sinister Labs happening very soon. Thank you for sharing. Bert says, I thought ACB was rich. Well, ACB is rich with financial backing. They have 3 of the 5 biggest banks in Canada with drawdowns that they can utilize. So they've got money, but it's bank money. Ross Fleming says, the sector is wild. You love it, then you hate it. Ross Fleming says, invest in all sectors. Agree, Rich. Well, especially right now when we're in the middle of a market melt-up. Why not? Let's make our money. Especially make money that we lost in 2019 in cannabis. Got to keep making money. We can't stop and wait 8 months a year to make money. It's just, we need to be smarter as investors. We need to be diversified. Lampaco says, Trump is the man. Democrats want market crash so bad, but yet the market keeps going higher. Infinite Possibility says, the market never does what you want it to. Well, right now it's going up every day, so it's doing what I want it to. Your dad is down 48,000? It's tough, man. Robert Haas says, 10-11 now. Dylan Fraser says, Trulieve has responded saying it is all BS and will take legal action. Thank you, Trulieve. That's exactly what you needed to do. That's exactly what Kronos did. That is what they need to do. That is how you handle an attack. You take legal action. Very good. Swiftly and quickly. That's exactly what they needed to do. I'm happy they did that. Pecco says 2020, everything else is going down. MJ is going up, up, up. Gold is always NRO1. No, I don't think everything's going to go down. I think everything is going to go up. I think everything will continue to go up, actually. And yeah, that's what I think. I think everything's going to continue to go up. Spam Wham says Trulieve has brought LHS down to a fair price. Sadly, Planet 13 is up. Why is that sad? I like Planet 13. I've been telling you guys that they're one of my best picks. I think they have tons of potential. I love their concept. I think they're going to be a big player. Global Health Clinics Cannabis up 200%. Thank you for sharing. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. I just want to bring you guys the news on Trulieve. I think that it's sad that people need to go in on them like this. But, it's the sector, man. It's the sector. It's like it's under attack. We're constantly under attack. The sector is constantly under attack. So, best advice, guys, is just stay pure to yourself and diversify. Diversify, diversify, diversify. If you diversify, you have a chance to win, okay? I don't think there's any reason to panic. I like the fact that Trulieve is fighting back.
What if you could build your own personal trading system with third-party indicators? What if you could verify?
I wouldn't panic. Now is not time to panic. Trulieve has responded.
You know what it is? Rich TV Live. Ill Kid. Cloud Ninja on the beat. Don't panic. Don't panic. You rookies that don't manage. You looking at all the candles, it's a ride and we off the handles. It's the heat, cause we bringing all the kitchens out. Oven mitts for little kids, what you thinking about? Pockets when they tingling, money stay mingling. I'm just getting started, yeah, I'm trying to get the swing of things. You love the green, but you hate the red. It's like you love the sex, but you hate the head. There's no difference, I finish all of your dinners. That mean I'm taking your place, it's no mistake that you all beginners. You mince meat, rinse and repeat, it's Rich TV. You miss me, I'm the one, Jet Li. It's time that we get popping out. I ain't never stopping now. You would think I'm floating in the open way. I cop a cloud. You should even shop around. You should buy a pair of boots. Hater, this my stomping ground. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Market makers are heartbreakers, the soft stages. Bring the heat with Kenny just like it's Las Vegas. You hard haters are all fakers. I mob like, don't call you on another song. I don't pause, baby. I don't panic, I just mix it up like Shaka Khan. You stay tripping on the sides like a soccer mom. And when it's on, I transform like Decepticon. I can tell your whole future looking at the devil's palm. You're too weak, bro, cause you looking at a 52-week low. These are opportunities to seize, yo. No peace, though. How
Thank you guys for your likes, man.
Cruise to the G code. Put the limit in. Stop it if you have to. This is mathematics for addicts to latch to. Rich TV, live, he a swell guy. He'll teach you how to buy low and to sell high. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. You looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. Yeah, you looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Something has to be done about this. Mr. Attorney, this is what I pay you for. What can I do? Litigation it is. Get the wheels in motion. Quickly! ASAP! Quick!